TARDIS was parked in an alleyway of Cardiff Street. Inside, the Doctor was discussing with Amy and Rory about their next adventure, though Amy was doing most of the talking. So, 1940s Australia, yes? The Doctor was saying. No, it's too... Amy started. Too what? Exciting? Dangerous? Sandy? The Doctor queried. Too boring. Where would you suggest was this pond? The 3012, perhaps? Amy didn't like it when the Doctor took stabs at her pickiness. She put her hands on her hips. As a matter of fact, I would much rather somewhere mythical, she stated. While Amy and the Doctor were bickering, Rory thought he had heard a noise. He could still hear it. He tried to drown out the bickering and focus on the noise and where it was coming from. Then it hit him. Doctor, not now, Rory, the Doctor and Amy said in unison. But Doctor, it's important, Rory stated. A lot of things are important, Rory, the Doctor said. And right now your wife is on the top of that list. Doctor, someone's knocking on the door, Rory yelled. This stopped the Doctor and Amy in their tracks. They turned to face the door. It was definitely knocking. Persistent knocking. Doctor, I know, the Doctor replied. What? Rory asked. No one's ever knocked on the door before, Amy answered. Maybe someone wants to use the telephone, Rory stated. Amy gave her husband a glare. Well, I'm just saying, Rory shrugged. Is it dangerous, Doctor? Amy asked. No, I don't think so, the Doctor answered. How do you know? Rory asked him. Well, if they were dangerous, they'd have to be knocking on the door before they attacked us, the Doctor turned to Rory. So what do we do? Amy started asking. What do you do when you get a knock on the door? The Doctor said, heading towards the door. Answer, Rory queried. Good man, Rory, the Doctor replied, opening the door of the TARDIS. Amy and Rory stood there to see a man outside the TARDIS. He was wearing a long blue trench coat, and his hair was slicked over his head. Took you long enough, the man said, turning around to face the Doctor. Oh, hello. Jack, the Doctor replied. Jack walked into the TARDIS. He faced the Doctor. Nice face, he said. Not your best. He looked at the Doctor's attire. What's with the bow tie? He asked, pointing to the Doctor's red bow tie. Hey, bow ties are cool, the Doctor said, fixing the bow tie. If you say so, Jack said, turning towards the interior of the TARDIS. Whole new theme, he stated. Whole new TARDIS. The Doctor corrected him. What, really? How? Jack asked. A generation. We're up, the Doctor replied, looking at his feet. Wow, talk about going out with a bang, Jack said, scaling the TARDIS. He noticed Amy and swayed over to her. Why, hello there, Captain Jack Harkness, Jack introduced himself. Who might you be? Amy Pond, Amy said nervously. Nice to meet you, Amy Pond, Jack stated, kissing her hand. Oh, stop it, the Doctor said as he made his way back to the centre of the TARDIS. I can't say hello to anyone around you, can I, Doctor? Jack asked, turning to the Doctor. No, you can't, the Doctor teased. Besides, she's taken. Oh, really? Jack asked, raising an eyebrow at the Doctor. By me, Rory said, walking up to Amy and taking her hand. We're married. Jack turned to Amy and Rory. Well, marriage is just a word where I'm from, he started. We have a neat... We're fine, Rory said in a low tone, glaring at the Doctor. Oh, okay, the Doctor answered Rory's glare. Captain Jack Harkness, these are the Ponds. Amy, Rory, Captain Jack. He's a time agent from the 51st century, works for Torchwood, and is a very old friend of mine. Rogue. What? Rory asked. Rogue, time agent, Jack stated. Wait, if you're from the 51st century, how'd you get here? Amy asked. Only in 2012. Jack lifted up his wrist. Vortex manipulator, he explained. My very own TARDIS. Oh, never, the Doctor scorned. Why do you still have that? Why still a phone box? Jack countered. I like the phone box, the Doctor said. and I like to manipulate and deal with it, Jack said. Great, Rory thought. Now the Doctor had another person to bicker with. Suddenly, the TARDIS felt like it was moving. "We're moving," Jack asked, holding to something. "Doctor, what did you do?" Amy asked, frantically grabbing onto something. "I didn't do anything," the Doctor said, running to the controls. "Then what's happening?" Rory asked, holding on. "We're getting pulled," the Doctor said, looking at the screen. "Pulled where?" Jack asked. "Up," the Doctor said before landing on his butt and grabbing onto some rails. Chapter 2. The Silicons. The TARDIS rocked back and forth as it was getting pulled. All of a sudden it stopped. Everyone let go of whatever they were holding on to. "Where are we?" Amy asked. The Doctor got up and looked at the screen. He tapped it a few times and then tried pushing some buttons on the console. "No signal," he said. "What's that mean?" Rory asked. "Someone's done something to her," the Doctor replied. "Great," Rory muttered. "So what do we do?" Amy asked. "We find out where we are," the Doctor said, heading for the door. Jack and Amy closely followed. "I'm not going out there," Rory said in fear. "Suit yourself, Rory," the Doctor said as he, Jack and Amy left the TARDIS. They found themselves in the cockpit of a spaceship. At the front, the pilot had a white head. Another white figure started walking towards him. When it got close, it was revealed to be an actual white silhouette. "Hello, I'm the Doctor," the Doctor introduced himself. "We know all about you," the silhouette said. Pointed its hand, and suddenly all three of them were cuffed behind their back with a white silhouette. "Keith will take care of these two," the silhouette instructed. "I'm going to prepare our Doctor." Walked off with the Doctor. When their backs were turned, Jack and Amy could see that it was connected to the Doctor's cuffs. Another silhouette that must have been Keith'll came up to them, pointed its hand at the TARDIS, and suddenly a white silhouette wrapped itself around the TARDIS's door handles and connected itself to Amy and Jack's cuffs. "Who are you, Keith'll? What do you want with the Doctor?" Jack asked, and Anchor struggling to get free. A white silhouetted chair formed underneath Keith'll as it took his seat. "We're the Silicons. We come from Silurius. We don't want anything from the Doctor," Keith'll said. "You're lying," Amy yelled in rage. "Okay, you got me. We want the Doctor," Keith'll said. "You see, a long time ago, the Doctor travelled to Silurius. He arrived during the war between the Silicons and the Cybermen, and he left. Just like that. The war continued, the Cybermen won, and Silurius was destroyed. We cloak our ship every day with people of our kind. We run. We hide. We have been for centuries. What's that got to do with the Doctor?" Jack demanded. "Ever since the end of the war, we researched up on the man in the blue box that one of us saw that day. We found out he could travel through time and space. What we want is that exact man to take us back in time to the war and help us win," Keith'll continued. "You've got that exact man," Jack said. "When I say exact, I mean exact. Exact everything," Keith'll said. Jack knew what that meant. It meant one of his past generations. "That side of him is long gone," Jack yelled. "Not if we can help it," Keith'll said. Suddenly a white silhouette of a screen popped up above Keith'll's head. On the screen was a silhouette they'd seen before in front of a large cylinder. Inside the cylinder, spread into an X shape, was the Doctor, eyes closed. "Doctor!" Amy cried. "What are you doing to him?" Jack screamed. "That's our Degenerating Chamber," Keith'll explained. "Built especially for this day." "Have you even tested it?" Jack asked. "No, because we know it'll work," Keith'll replied. "What if it doesn't stop on the Doctor you want?" Jack asked. "It will, don't jinx it," Keith'll hissed. "What if it doesn't stop at all?" Amy asked, looking at the screen. The degeneration cycle had already been started. Bubbles were piling up in the cylinder. "Well, if it doesn't stop," Keith'll trailed. "What?" Amy and Jack asked in unison. "The Doctor sacrifices his life as we sacrificed our planet." "That's a good deal, if you ask me," Keith'll stated. Amy and Jack glared at each other. "I have to assist the pilot now, but don't try escaping." "Because I'll know," Keith'll said. Keithel pointed its hands at Amy and Jack. The cuffs turned red for a split second, and they felt their hands burning. They screamed in unison. Keithel left them. "What are we going to do?" Amy whispered. "Save the doctor," Jack whispered back. "How?" "We'll burn and Keithel will know," Amy replied. "Not if we don't move our hands." Jack winked. Jack sat down on his butt and, using his legs, turned around, reaching for the TARDIS door handles. As he was doing this, a silhouette guard was walking past. "Hey!" it shouted. Jack turned his face around as the guard shot a light silhouetted beam into his face, and Jack fell onto his back. The guard looked at Amy. "Don't you try anything either," he said, "unless you want the same thing." The guard walked away, and Amy sat down, legs crossed, next to Jack's lifeless body. Chapter 3. Help from Another Old Friend. Back inside the TARDIS, Rory stood at the console, quiet, alone. He started to feel scared. Maybe he should have went with them. He walked to the doors. "Is it safe, Doctor?" he asked the doors. No answer. "Doctor?" he asked again. Still silent. "Amy?" he tried calling. He couldn't hear her voice either. He decided he had to go outside and see where they were. He tried to open the door, but it didn't budge. He pulled at it, but it was stuck. He was stuck. Stuck inside the TARDIS. Alone. He walked back towards the console and noticed something in an opening. He bent down and pulled it out. It was a mobile phone. He never knew the doctor had a phone. He flipped it open and browsed through it. Somehow he ended up in the contacts list. There were a lot of people's names. Martha, Unit, Captain Jack, Torchwood, Rose, Bad Wolf, Donna, Dr. Donna. Wait. Donna, Dr. Donna. Dr. Donna. He wondered if the doctor had ever gotten married previously. Before River. Before him. Before Amy. Maybe this Dr. Donna person was his ex-wife and she could help. He decided to call the number. It rang, and a man answered. "Hello," the man said. "Hello, is, Donna there?" Rory asked. "Who is this? How'd you get this number?" the man was yelling. "My name is Rory Williams. Pond. I'm calling for the doctor," Rory told the man. The man was silent. "Hello?" Rory asked. "I'm sorry, she can't," the man told him. "Why not? Please, he needs her," Rory said. "She can't. She just can't." "I'm sorry," the man said. "Wait, can't you tell me why?" Rory screamed. It was silent. The man had hung up. Rory scrolled down to River's name, but then realized that even if she could help, the TARDIS wasn't working, and he had no idea where they were. He shut the phone and threw it back where he found it. He slumped down onto the console, waiting. Isn't that what Ponds do? Wait. Outside the TARDIS, Amy had been feeling something on her hands for a short second, but then it stopped, so she passed it off as numbness. She looked down at Jack's body. There was no way they were getting off this ship. The doctor was trapped, Jack was dead, and she was cuffed to the TARDIS. Yep, no way. Just then, Jack let out a huge gasp for air. Amy quickly turned her head towards him. Jack turned his head to Amy. "Oh man, that did a real number," he said. Amy's eyes were wide open. "You're supposed to be dead," she said. "I mean, I'm happy you're alive, but I saw with my own eyes you're lifeless." "Yeah, that happens," Jack said. "But how?" Amy asked. "It's a long story," Jack told her. "We've got a long time," Amy reminded him. "No, we don't," Jack remarked. "We're saving the doctor." "I'm not leaving until you tell me," Amy said, turning her head away from him. "Fine, okay? Long story short, I'm a fixed point in space and time. That's what the doctor told me. I can't die. Ever," Jack explained. "Does it hurt?" Amy asked. "Yes. All the time," Jack answered. "Can we get to stay with someone who isn't exactly a fixed point?" Okay. "How?" Amy asked. There's an emergency green button on my shoe. Use your foot to press it, Jack told her. Amy turned herself sideways and used the heel of her boot to press the button. Hello, Jack, a lady's voice came out. Speak into it, Jack told her. Amy swiveled around so her head was near Jack's shoes. Yeah, hello. This is Amy Pond. Jack can't get to his shoe right now. Did he tell you to call? The lady asked. Yes, miss. Amy started looking to Jack. Martha, Jack said. Yes, Martha, he did. Amy continued. We're in trouble. All of us. All of you? Martha asked. The doctor included, Amy replied. Martha was silent for a minute. Is Jack with you? She asked. Yes, Amy answered. What does he want me to do? Martha queried. Amy looked at Jack. Teleport, Jack said. Trace the shoe. Something about teleport and tracing the shoe? Amy asked, no one in particular. He only told me to use that in extreme emergencies, Martha stated. This is an extreme emergency, Jack said, trying to get his hand near his shoe. They're degenerating the doctor. They're leaving us over to work. Okay, I'm on it, Martha said and hung up. You are one strange man, Captain Jack Harkness, Amy said. Thank you, Amy Pond, Jack replied. They sat in their positions, doing what Ponds do best. Waiting. Waiting for Martha. Chapter 4. Let's go save the doctor. About half an hour later, Amy saw a black woman casually walking through the silhouette crowd towards them. Jack noticed her and turned towards her. Martha Jones, you're our savior, he said. I've heard that before, Martha said. Where's the teleport thing? How'd you even find us? Amy asked. Right here with this, Martha replied, tapping her boot. Why is everything a shoe? Amy queried. Shoes are the best way to hide things, Jack explained. Martha, if you will. Yes, Captain, Martha said sarcastically, pulling out a silver lipstick case. Let me guess, Sonic lipstick? Let me guess, Sonic lipstick? Jack asked. No, never, Martha answered with a grin. Laser lipstick. She used the lipstick to break Amy's cuffs. I hope I did okay in contacting you, Amy said. I'm here, aren't I? Martha said, using the lipstick to uncuff Jack. Yeah, you did good, Jack said, getting up. That husband of yours is real lucky. Oh my god, Rory! Amy realized. Rory? Martha asked. My husband. He's in the TARDIS, Amy replied. Martha used the lipstick to uncuff the TARDIS's door handles, and Rory came running out. He hugged Amy. I'm so glad to see you, he told her. Wait, where's the doctor? Long story, Amy replied. How'd you get past the silicon so easily, Martha? Jack asked. An old souvenir, Martha replied, lifting up a necklace with what looked like a tooth on it. She dug into her pockets, handing 2 more to Jack and Amy. I had it cloned. Here. She then turned to Rory. Sorry, I wasn't aware there were 3 of you, Martha told her. Do you have anything white? My bed sheets, Rory answered. Perfect, Martha said. Go and put them over here. Rory disappeared back into the TARDIS. It took him a few minutes to come back out with his bed sheets over it. Right, Martha said. Let's go save the doctor. Four of them walked down a hallway on the ship before Amy realized something. We don't know where it is, she said. Ask them. What's it called? Martha told Rory and asked Jack. Degenerating Chamber, Jack replied. Rory turned towards one of the silhouettes walking the opposite direction to them. Excuse me. Which way is the Degenerating Chamber? He asked her. Straight down, mate, 2 lefts and it's right in front of you, it replied. What silicon doesn't know where the Degenerating Chamber is? I just haven't been there yet, that's all, Rory lied. Oh well, first time's always the best, Silhouette said, continuing walking. They followed the silhouette's directions and came to a door. Martha peeked through the circular window. There's one in there, she said. How do we get rid of it? Rory asked. Tell her it's your shift, Jack told him. Ah, Amy asked Jack. Hey, that's what it seemed like to me when we first met it, Jack explained. They walked into the room and up to the silhouette. The silhouette turned to face them. Yes? It asked Rory. It's my shift, Rory told it. Who told you that? The silhouette asked. The, pilot? Rory lied again. Very well, the silhouette said, starting to walk out. It's in the tube around the back. Yes, Martha said as they heard the door shut. They walked around to the tube the silhouette had told Rory about. They saw it. And there inside was the doctor, all right. For none of their doctors was number 7. Though they didn't know that. Poor man, Martha said, looking at him. What do we do? Amy asked. They kind of left his screwdriver in his pocket, Jack said, walking up to the table behind them. The table was filled with small objects. I can't find it, Jack said, picking up what he was unaware was the doctor's sonic screwdriver. What's this hideous thing? That's his screwdriver, Amy said, walking up to him. Wow, he really did get a new everything, Jack said, turning to Rory and Martha. Here, Mr. Pond, use this in the controls, Jack told Rory as he threw the screwdriver to him and came running over with Amy. Rory pulled the top of the sheet off his head as he caught the screwdriver. He pointed at the controls and pressed the button on the end. It made a usual buzzing sound and the controls went haywire, reversing the degeneration cycle. They had it on normal speed, Jack said, noticing the screen on the controls. We need to speed this up. He pushed the speed button on the controls, and the doctor began regenerating within seconds. By the time it got to the 10th incarnation, the tube cracked open, throwing the doctor's body onto the bench beside it. We broke the tube, Amy said as she, Jack, and Martha ran up to the doctor. Rory turned the screwdriver off and followed them. They looked at the doctor. Suddenly, his eyes opened, and he noticed Jack and Martha first. Jack, he said, you're always coming after me, aren't you? You can't get away from me. I'm Martha. Martha Jones, the saviour of the world. The doctor's head turned towards Amy and Rory. Who are you two? I've met you before, he asked them. Amy and Rory glared at each other. Wait for it, Jack said as he pushed the 3 companions back, standing back himself. A light yellow beam started bursting from the doctor's hands. Why are you all running away? The doctor asked, and noticing his hands. Oh. The doctor closed his eyes and leaned his head back. Alonzia! He screamed as the light bursted from his head and he regenerated into 11 once more. Well, that wasn't a hospitable welcome, he told them, getting off the bench, turning to Martha. Martha Jones, good to see you again. Good to see your new face, Martha smiled. At least someone likes it, the doctor said to Jack. Just then alarms began sounding through the ship. Come on, Martha said as the 5 of them ran out of the room. Final chapter. It's complicated, Rory. They ran down the hallways of the ship the way they came. When they got close to the cockpit, they were stopped by 5 silhouette guards. Halt! The guards said in unison. Jack and Martha reached into their pockets and each pulled out a gun. No, don't, the doctor scorned them. It's okay, Jack said. We have our own way of getting home. You don't. Exactly, Martha said. Get to the TARDIS. Quickly. The doctor, Amy, and Rory bolted through the crowd of guards in the cockpit. They arrived at the TARDIS and ran inside. The doctor ran up to the console. Come on, he said, giving a little whack and reaching into his pocket. Where's my... Here, Rory said, taking off the bed sheets and handing the doctor his sonic screwdriver. What are you doing with that? Give that to me, the doctor said, snatching the screwdriver off Rory. He pointed it at the TARDIS's console and pressed the button on the end of the screwdriver. It made its usual buzzing sound, and the TARDIS made a start-up noise. Oh yes, good girl. Oh yes, good girl, the doctor said, patting the screen and pulling down a lever. He yelled, Next stop, Cardiff. The TARDIS made its usual sound as it dematerialized from the silicon ship and materialized back into the alleyway they were in earlier. Doctor, will Jack and Martha be alright? Amy asked him. Oh, they'll be fine, the doctor answered. So, somewhere mythical? No thanks, Amy replied. I think I'll stay in Cardiff for the moment. She walked out of the TARDIS, followed by the doctor and Rory. Rory stopped the doctor in his tracks before they got up to Amy. What is it, Rory? The doctor asked. Well, I was stuck in the TARDIS up there, Rory said. I found your mobile phone. You've been very hands on my things lately, Mr. Roman, the doctor scolded him. You didn't just touch it. I called someone, Rory told him. Who? The doctor asked. Some Donna person, but a man answered, Rory replied. He told me he couldn't put her on. That's a good thing, Rory, the doctor said. Why? Rory asked. Don't worry about it, the doctor said. You two married? Rory agreed. Oh no, never, the doctor answered. Why? What happened, Doctor? Rory was eager to know. It's complicated, Rory. Let's leave it at that, the doctor told him. Hey boys, they heard Amy calling them. You coming or what? Rory started heading for Amy, but the doctor stood there, staring at Amy. Amy Pond, the ginger girl who waited. For the first time since he had been travelling with him, Amy had reminded him of Donna. He turned around and walked into the TARDIS. What's up with him? Amy asked Rory. I think he needs to be alone, Rory said, putting an arm over his wife as they walked into Cardiff streets. Inside the TARDIS, the doctor walked up to the console. He put his hand in the opening and pulled out the mobile phone. He flipped it open and went through the contacts. He stopped on Donna, staring at it, remembering. As much as he wanted to call it, talk to her, even see her, he knew he couldn't. Not ever. He flipped it shut and threw it back in the opening. He slumped on the console, staring up at the TARDIS's roof, folding his arms. The end.